In this video, we will talk about the Forbidden City, China's Imperial Palace of Secrets. The Forbidden City, located in the heart of Beijing, China, is one of the most iconic architectural wonders in the world. This grand palace, which served as the imperial residence for Chinese emperors for nearly 5 centuries, has long been shrouded in mystery and awe. Known as a symbol of China's imperial past, it represents the country's rich history, culture, and traditions. In this detailed discussion, we will explore the origins, history, architecture, daily life, cultural significance, and lasting legacy of the Forbidden City. 1. The origins of the Forbidden City. The Forbidden City was built during the early 15th century under the reign of the Yongle Emperor, the third emperor of the Ming Dynasty. Construction of the palace began in 1406 and was completed in 1420. The project was ambitious, employing over 1 million workers, including skilled artisans and laborers. It was designed to reflect the emperor's supreme authority and the central role of the emperor in Chinese society. The palace was named the Forbidden City because common people were not allowed to enter its grounds without special permission. Only the emperor, his family, and selected members of the court could live inside the walls of the palace. The complex was intended to be not only a residence for the emperor, but also the center of political power in China. 2. The layout and architecture. The Forbidden City is the largest palace complex in the world, covering an area of 180 acres, with more than 90 palace compounds and over 980 surviving buildings. The layout of the palace was carefully planned according to ancient Chinese principles of Feng Shui, which emphasize harmony with nature. The overall design of the Forbidden City represents the Chinese cosmological belief that the emperor is the son of heaven and serves as a mediator between heaven and earth. The architecture of the Forbidden City is a stunning example of traditional Chinese palace design. The buildings are constructed mainly from wood and feature elaborate roofs with upturned eaves and bright yellow tiles. The color yellow was reserved for the emperor and symbolized power and wealth. The entire complex is arranged symmetrically along a central axis, with the most important buildings, such as the Hall of Supreme Harmony, positioned at the center. The Forbidden City is divided into 2 main sections, the outer court and the inner court. The outer court was used for ceremonial purposes and state affairs, while the inner court was the living quarters for the emperor and his family. Each section contains a series of halls, gardens, and smaller courtyards, all designed to impress visitors with the grandeur and power of the emperor. The outer court. The outer court is where the emperor conducted his official duties, met with high-ranking officials, and held grand ceremonies. The most important buildings in the outer court include the Hall of Supreme Harmony, Taitian. This is the largest and most important hall in the Forbidden City. It was used for major state events, such as the emperor's birthday, the coronation of a new emperor, and other significant ceremonies. The Hall of Central Harmony, Zhongdian. A smaller hall located behind the Hall of Supreme Harmony, where the emperor would rest and prepare before major ceremonies. The Hall of Preserving Harmony, Boadian. This hall was used for banquets and important imperial exams, which selected candidates for the imperial bureaucracy. B. The inner court. The inner court was where the emperor and his family lived and where the daily life of the imperial household took place. Key buildings in the inner court include the Palace of Heavenly Purity, Qingong, the emperor's main residence and a place where he dealt with state affairs privately. The Hall of Union, Jiaotaitian, a smaller hall between the emperor's residence and the empress's quarters, symbolizing the unity of the emperor and empress. The Palace of Earthly Tranquility, Kunninggong, the empress's main residence. In addition to the main buildings, the Forbidden City also contains beautiful gardens, smaller halls, and living quarters for concubines, eunuchs, and other palace staff. 3. Life inside the Forbidden City. Life in the Forbidden City was highly structured, with the emperor holding absolute power. The empress, concubines, eunuchs, officials, and scholars made up the complex court, with strict roles and duties governed by rituals and hierarchy. The Emperor. The Emperor, seen as divine, rarely left the Forbidden City and was responsible for state and military decisions, following daily rituals to maintain cosmic order. B. The Empress and Concubines. The Empress managed the household, while concubines lived in seclusion, with some wielding influence but most facing isolation. C. Eunuchs. Eunuchs handled internal affairs and served the emperor, often gaining political power despite their roles. The officials and scholars. Scholars and officials, selected through exams, advised the emperor and managed the empire's governance, from tax collection to policy execution. 4. Cultural and religious significance. The Forbidden City symbolized China's culture and religion, blending Confucian values of hierarchy and harmony with Feng Shui. It housed temples where emperors performed Buddhist and Taoist rituals for prosperity. 5. Historical events and changes. The Forbidden City was home to 24 emperors from the Ming and Qing dynasties, built during the Ming era. It later became the King Emperor's residence until the last emperor, Puyi, abdicated in 1912, ending imperial rule. 6. The Forbidden City's decline and preservation. After the fall of the Qing dynasty in 1912, the Forbidden City fell into disuse. The last emperor, Puyi, was allowed to live in the inner court for several years, but eventually he was expelled in 1924. The palace was then turned into a museum, and efforts were made to preserve its historical and cultural significance. During the 20th century, the Forbidden City faced various challenges, including war, political upheaval, and neglect. However, the Chinese government, recognizing the importance of the palace as a symbol of national heritage, undertook extensive restoration efforts. In 1987, the Forbidden City was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, ensuring its protection for future generations. 7. The Forbidden City today. Today, the Forbidden City is one of China's most popular tourist attractions, drawing millions of visitors each year. It serves as the Palace Museum, housing a vast collection of art, artifacts, and historical treasures from China's imperial past. The museum offers visitors a glimpse into the lives of the emperors and the rich cultural heritage of China. In recent years, the Chinese government has continued to invest in the preservation and restoration of the Forbidden City, ensuring that it remains a symbol of China's history and culture for future generations. Modern technology has also been used to enhance the visitor experience with virtual tours, interactive exhibits, and detailed reconstructions of the palace's original splendor. 8. The Forbidden City's legacy. The legacy of the Forbidden City extends far beyond its architectural grandeur. It stands as a symbol of China's imperial history, a testament to the power and authority of the emperor, and a reflection of the country's cultural and philosophical traditions. The palace's enduring influence can be seen in modern Chinese architecture, art, and popular culture. Moreover, the Forbidden City serves as a reminder of the complex and often turbulent history of China. From the heights of imperial power to the challenges of modern times, the palace has witnessed the rise and fall of dynasties, the struggles for control, and the preservation of cultural heritage. The Forbidden City remains one of the most iconic and historically significant landmarks in China. Its grand architecture, rich history, and cultural significance make it a symbol of China's imperial past and a treasured piece of world heritage. As both a historical monument and a modern museum, the Forbidden City continues to inspire awe and fascination, offering a window into the lives of emperors and the complex world of imperial China. Whether admired for its architectural beauty or its historical importance, the Forbidden City is a testament to the enduring legacy of China's past. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.